It looks like an antiquated setup, but 2 daily phone calls to this office have helped maintain peace on the Korean peninsula for 67 years. Now North Korea is refusing to answer the military hotline connected to South Korea. It's referring to its neighbours as the enemy. It's angered by leaflets often sent over the border illegally by balloon, sent by activists and former defectors. Once critical of the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. A rally was held in protest a few days ago in Pyongyang with banners reading, "Death to the traitors."
How dare those defectors insult us? We will protect everything we have, even if we face any difficulties and judgments. We will mercilessly sweep away anyone who opposes us.
Some breaking news now. Iran has announced it will execute a man it says helped the US assassinate its top general, Qasem Soleimani. A judiciary spokesman said an Iranian citizen gave information about Soleimani's whereabouts to the CIA and the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad. Soleimani was killed by a US drone strike in Iraq in January.
A protest is planned at Oxford University in the United Kingdom today in a bid to remove the statue of the controversial colonial figure Cecil John Rhodes. Protests are planned in front of the statue, which is located outside Oriel College in the city's High Street. Protesters are arguing that Oxford University has failed to address its institutional racism.
From sporting events to big-ticket movie releases, from festivals to annual ceremonies of all kinds, the COVID-19 pandemic has decimated all calendars. And now, for the first time in 75 years, world leaders will not be gathering in person at United Nations meet, which was scheduled to be held later this year. The President of the United Nations General Assembly has stated that world leaders will not be gathering in New York for the body's annual meeting, which was scheduled to be held in late September.
These activists say Kenya's police need to be held to account for killings. According to a police oversight body, 15 people have been killed by officers enforcing a nighttime curfew to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Campaigners say there are more. Some of them were killed here in the Mathare slums. In March, when the curfew was introduced, in some places it was enforced with tear gas and beatings. This is 13-year-old Yasin Moyo. He was shot dead in Mathare as he stood on his parents' balcony. One of the police officers involved was arrested and charged with murder last week. But it's rare for police to be convicted of crimes in Kenya. When a homeless man was shot dead in Mathare last week, residents blocked roads and burned tyres. They say police killed him. Police have denied it.
Top government sources have revealed that Indian and Chinese forces have disengaged at multiple points in eastern Ladakh along the line of actual control. The People's Liberation Army in Galwan area has moved back troops and infantry combat vehicles by 2.5 kilometers. India has also moved back some of its troops. Sources also said that the disengagement has taken place at 4 points in the Ladakh sector. Top-level commanders at the local level from both sides will also be meeting tomorrow.
Ten-month-old Griff is finally back in his owner's arms, but 48 hours ago his life was in danger. Adam Colleen and his kids had gone for a walk when their pup fell down a mine shaft 10 metres deep.
These two guys were standing there watching their puppy drown, and I don't think any dad can sit there and watch that.
So Adam went in after him.
I've got a pretty strong faith, so I was sent up a prayer before I jumped in.
He needed it. This was one rescue mission that didn't go to plan.
I thought I would gracefully abseil down this mine shaft and got about, I don't know, 1,500 mil in and then fell.
Luckily, he'd already called the SES. It took 14 volunteers nearly 2 hours to winch Adam and his pup to safety.
A buried treasure mystery has just been solved. The wealthy antiques dealer who challenged the world to find his $2 million stash of gold is now announcing treasure was found. The chase is over. Forrest Fenn says the lucky guy sent him a photo to prove that the secret treasure chest had been located. The treasure mania started about 10 years ago when Fenn buried a chest filled with gold and jewels somewhere in the Rockies. He put clues to the treasure's whereabouts in a book he wrote.
It's out there. It's waiting for someone.
Over the decade, about 350,000 treasure hunters have searched for the chest in a vast area stretching from Montana to New Mexico. At least 5 people have lost their lives searching remote areas.
I hid that treasure chest when I was 79 or 80, and I've said that don't search any place where a 79 or 80-year-old man couldn't hide that treasure chest.